Shalom. We'll start out by giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Rakadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles of GMS groups of ones alike. Teach 100% true. Shalom Barakathum to them. Give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Rakadish. Tonight's lesson, I'm going to talk about a few verses relating to state and condition, transgressions relating to the nation of Israel, being their current state and condition, lack of knowledge, stuff like that. This Ecclesiastes 10, 6, and 8. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whosoever breaketh a hedge, a serpent shall bite him. That relates to wisdom and folly, but I'll break it down. Now the rich sitting in low place relates to the nation of Israel. Now see servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Relates to the nation of Israel. For they were once a high state, as princes and kings. Now they made to be servants. Now, relating to that hedge, breaketh a hedge. The hedge relates to a barrier or protector. Now because of their transgressions, and their transgressions relating to, and their disobedience relating to not following Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, that spiritual hedge that they once had, or protection, is broken. Now they're exposed. They're exposed because of, as consequence, because of their disobedience, and they're made to be in captivity, and ultimately be oppressed by other more vile heathen nations, man, that the Lord despises. Now that relates, 1 through 20 talks about wisdom and folly. I'm going to read Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also reject thee. Thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I also forget thy children. Yahweh's charge against Israel because of their iniquities and their disobedience towards him. Put that precept that with Isaiah 5:13, Jeremiah 4 and 22, which I'm going to read. And the rest of that chapter talks 1 to 10, Yahweh's charge against Israel because of their disobedience, related to their not following the statute and commandments, the idolatry of Israel, because of their idol worship and worshiping these all false gods. The consequences, ultimately, the Lord had to punish them. I'm going to read 5:13, therefore my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge. And their honorable men are famished, in their multitude dried up with thirst. That relates to Yahweh's disappointment relating to his vineyard. That vineyard represents the nation of Israel, because he's ultimately disappointed because of ultimately their disobedience to him. Now the rest of that chapter, disappointing vineyard, that's 1 through 7, 8 through 30, talks about the impending judgment on the excesses relating to ultimately their disobedience and not following the statute and commandment as the Lord had commanded to. I'm going to read Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish, children. Sottish means foolish, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no understanding. Because ultimately, they are stiff-necked, stubborn people, as the nation of Israel are. They for evil they know how to do, but to do good and what they're supposed to do, they refuse to do. All right, let's continue on. I'm going to read Ezekiel 33, and I'm going to read Ezekiel 33, 31, and 30. 33, 31, and 33, and they come into thee as a people cometh and sit before thee as my people, and they hear the words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love. That relates to a lot of mouth service, a lot of mouth and lip service, but their heart goeth after their own covetousness, which is pretty much their own wants and desires, man. And that makes the point, because ultimately They shew a lot of love, lip service, but in their heart, they really don't want to do this. Just like when the prophets are prophesying, many hear of these things, but in heart, they're not going to do it, because all they really doing is just hearing it. They're not listening to it. And like I said, the nation of Israel are very stiff-necked, stubborn people, man. They want to do what they want to do, which is pretty much contrary to what they're supposed to be doing. Number 32, and lo, thou art unto them a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice and can play well on the instrument, for they have thy words, for they hear thy words, but do them not. So like I said, they hear them, but they're not going to do it. That relates to hearing but not doing. Number 32. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. So when all these things that they're speaking about, then they know a prophet has come among them. Because a lot of them have, they don't believe these things. They hear these things, but they're not listening. Most of all, they don't believe it. But until the actuality of these things come into pass or manifest, then they'll realize a prophet was among them speaking certain things. Now that relates to hearing and not doing. I'm going to read, and I'm going to precept that with James 1:22 and James 2:26. This is James 2:26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so is faith without works is dead. So both complement one another. And it's about balance relating to that, because one complements the other. And the doing part is more difficult than actually just having the faith. The works. James 1:22. But be ye doer of the word, and not hearers, only deceiving yourself. So you got to do it, not just hear it. You got to application and apply it. Which many don't want to do. So it's easy for to hear. For example, Christianity said the laws were done away with. All you got to do is just believe. That's it. But the reality is, you got to do the works as well, because many people don't want to do the works. They want to find an easy way to do certain things. The works is hard, it's difficult. It takes a lot of discipline to continue, and most of all, it's pretty much that narrow road. And many people don't want to take that road. They want the easy way. The wide road is the easy way. The narrow road is the difficult way. It's a straight up difficulty, narrow road. But the wide gate is easy because everybody's going to take that one. Just, hypothetically. And basically, in a nutshell, many will be hearers of the word, but not many will be doers. Because hearing is just easy. As long as they don't have to apply it. So this was just a few verses relating to that. It's just my spirit to do different things. My spirit to do, various verses. Now, I'm going to read 2 Thessalonians 2:8 and 12. And then shall that wicked be revealed. That wicked relates to Esau in the matter of speaking, whom the Lord will consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy the brightness of his coming. It relates to judgment on the wicked. Even him who's coming after the workings of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the true, which is the word, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send a strong delusion, a false truth, or something to pretend to look like the truth but actually is a lie. Read that again. For this cause Yahweh shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Number 12, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, which is the word, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So it relates to the wicked. That relates to the great apostasy. Great apostasy is rebellion, rejection, denunciation, abandonment relating to the truth, man. That relates to 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of the nations, the wicked. It also relates to ones who know the truth but abandon it for a variety of reasons. It relates to them as well. Now the rest of these apostasy means apostasia, apostasia in Greek, meaning defection, departure, revolt, rebellion, a willful falling away from or rebellion against the truth, which is the word. An example of that would be Christianity. Abandonment and renunciation of religious or even political belief. Now the defection from the truth is apostasia, which is G646, blue letter. Defection from the truth or falling away. In Hebrew it would be meshupah, which means apostasy, backsliding, turning away. And that would be H4878, meshupah. And that's both for the Greek and the Hebrew. And this is just a few verses relating to talking about a little about a few verses not being just a hearer of the word, but a doer. Talking about, the state and condition and folly at a low state. So I hope this helped, or I hope this helps someone. Give all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Ruach Hadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles of GMS groups, the ones that like teaching 100% truth. Shalom, Barakathon to them. Give all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Ruach Hadish. The Wild Shalom. Thanks.